This is Look But Don't Touch by Skin, CVT guitar lesson for Brian. Thanks for your patience, Brian. It's been I've been swamped with the CVTs. Really good song, man. Good guitar player. Tuning in this is standard, and you don't want to really crank the distortion in this. It's distorted, but you can do, you know, turn your gain back or have a little more distortion, which I suggest, and turn the volume down a little bit, and that'll clean it up a little because it's going to get heavier as we go. So 5B, 4E, follow the fingering in your tabs. You're going to go 2 times on those. And then 5th fret B, 5th fret E, followed by a quick palm muted open B. And then 5B, 7E, same thing. And it passes really quick, like. Okay, so it just kind of keeps the flow going, you know. Double 5s, palm muted 5B, and then 5B, 4E. Open E and B, and then open 2 to open open. So same type of shape up on the 10B, 9E, and you follow kind of the same format. Two hits on those, double 10s followed by an open B again, just like the other one. To 10, 12 open B. So we have back to double 10s to a palm muted 10. 10, 9, BE, and then we switch strings. We go 9G, 10B. We're already on the 10B, so that works out. Okay, and then barred 9GB to 910GB. So your outline is like, he's just filling in those punches with the palm muted notes. Open B string and transition to 3rd fret B and E. You'll go. And this actually reminded me a little bit of, I don't know, Eddie Van Halen? You'll go palm muted open B, 3 B and E to 3 2 B and E, palm muted 3B. 3B open E, that totally sounds Van Halen, right? Palm mute 3B, 3 2, palm mute 3B open G. So you have your outline there is 2G, 3B. Now I'm doing a little slower up to tempo. Those little palm mutes are definitely in there. If it's throwing you off, you can take them out. You'll just have to do the breaks in there, right? Like you'd have to go. That's really the punch of the riff. 2G, 3B. Go ahead and bar the 2nd fret though. You're going to hit those 2 and then go barred 2nd fret G and B. Palm mute the 2G and then 2G open B. So it's back to 2G and B. And then palm mute 2-1 on the G. So it's the punch there is. Oops. 5B, 4E. This is the same as the beginning. So there's your main hook for the song. Does it 3 times. 3rd time no star. You just take the last 3 chords off the, and in place of that you can turn your distortion up a little. Now it'll go or open A, 2D, 3E, pull off to open E. Right back to the open A, 2D. That's our A power chord. And then rest, and then 3E vibrato. And then section 2, this is a new rhythm. It's A, D, and G. This is 48 seconds in. Go open A, barred 2nd fret D, G, and B. D to G. The D is from the high string up, 2, 3, 2 open. And the G, just do the 3rd fret B and E with the 3rd and 4th finger and the open D and G, and that'll set you up for this. So you'd have, you'll do a half step bend, open A, 3A, half step. Half step is 1 fret, so you're going. Okay, and you don't hang out there very long, just back, do it 3 times. and then open A, barred 2nd fret, D, G, and B. You're going to rest right after it. So there's 3 times of that into the solo 1. I did solo 1 and solo 2. He does some outro solo at the end. I usually just do the main solo, but I went ahead and did the intro solo and the main solo, which is a minute 58. First one's a minute and 3. You'll go 11 G, 12 B. Hit them both, bend the G string a whole step. That's 2 frets. You'll go 3 times and then trail off slide. Palm mute, go 11 A, 9, 11 D. And then pinch harmonic 11 G, bend, release, pull off to 9. So, and then palm mute 11 D, 9 G, pinch vibrato, and slide. So that riff is 9 G, 3rd finger. You're gonna bend 12 E, and then keep the 9 bent and pick. So you have, and then a triplet. You're gonna go down, up, down, 7, 9 D, 7 G, vibrato, and slide. So you have pinch 4 G, bend. You can do it 2 times. Just see, and then hold it, pick, release, pull off to 2, 4 D, pinch 2 G, vibrato, and that's it. So if you can't get those pinches, it's not a big deal. It's more important that you land the note, you know, in the riff. Series of repeats at a minute 11, and then solo 2 comes at a minute 58. He does most of solo 1 in this, so I just put solo 1 repeat, no star. You take off just that last part, but you repeat everything else from the all that stuff. But it carries on from there. It's a lot longer. 14 D, hammer 16. Lower this just a hair, and you're gonna go. Lost my spot here. Hammer 16 and then down up 14 G, and do that twice. And then bend 16 G, vibrato, slide. He's doing it about pretty quick, but subgroup, man. If you have to take 4 notes, that's really the hook of that riff. All right, and then oh yeah, this is really cool. 2 minutes 6 seconds in, he'll go 4 B, hammer 5, and then down up open E. It's kind of an open E run, because once you go open on the E, it goes 2 pull open, up the open, and then 7 pull open, up the open, 5 pull off, 4 pull open, and then open E and B down up. So slow, it's and he does that 2 times. Yeah. Very cool. 2 minutes 10 seconds in, middle finger 2 or 7 G, slide to 11. And these are kind of holds. In other words, you want to hear 2 notes. You're gonna go. You'll go upstroke on the 10 E after you get to the 11 G, and then same concept. No, it isn't. I'm thinking of another part. 12 B bend, hold, and then bend, release, pull off to 10, and then 9 G, 10 B, slide. So it's middle finger 9 D, slide to 11. This is the part I was thinking. To the 10 B, 11 D, slide 12, 12 B, 12 D, slide 14, 14 B. See how it's just kind of giving you that chordal sound. 14 D, slide 16 to 15 B. So you have this outline of, but he's separating them. 4 groupings. I think it stops after the 4th one. Let's see. Yes. And then you'll go 11 on the G, first finger, slide to 13, and then bend the 15 B, vibrato 4 times. Real heavy vibrato. 12G, 14, pull 12, up, down, pull, and then pinch 14G, bend, 12 vibrato slide. So it's 217 timestamp, 14G, hammer 16. And this part's really quick, man. He flies through it. And then you'll go 14, hammer 16, B, 15, hammer 17. And then 15 high E, hammer 17, pull 15. So it's, and he kind of follows a little bit of that format. 12B, hammer 15, and 12, hammer 15, pull 12 on the high E. So you have, so far it's, and we're going to keep moving. 9G to 8B, hammer 10, and then 7 high E, hammer 10, pull 7. So it's, so we have, and then 9 on the G, pull 7, pick 7, 10B, bend, vibrato. So it's, alright, and then 12, that's the toughest riff to do at that speed. The best thing is take each grouping, there's 3 groupings there, and just practice them slow and gradually, just work on speeding them up. 12D, hammer 14, kind of a percussive part, and then 12 G and B. String mutes, the G and B, just light pressure. Then an upstroke on the 12s. Then down up on the mutes, 14 G and B, bend release. So we have really hard pressure on those bars. Don't let a string slip out from there. Should hear 2 notes. And then this part, love this. It's a pedal tone. You're gonna go, every other note's gonna be the 12E. So 17B to 12E, then 16-12, and this is all alternate picked, 14-12. So we have, and then string skip 16G, there's our 12E, 14 to 12, 13 to 12. We'll go, experiment with fingering a little bit on this one. 14-12, 16-12, 14B to 12E, and then we're back to the G string, 16-12, 14-12, 13-12, 14-12, 13-12, 14D, slide. Pretty awesome. Alright, and then third finger 12D, slide to 14, and then 12, 14, 12, 14 G. Done on the B, 12, 15, 12, 15 bend. Vibrato, so. And then 19D, middle finger, it's way up here, slide to 21, and then 20B, you're going to hammer 22, pull 20, hammer 22. 19E, and then 22, pull 19, 22 bend, vibrato. So that last riff is, hold on here, you'll go. And that's it for the solo. 230, section 2 repeats, and then section 3 is like a breakdown. And there's a couple of guitars, this is like the primary main one behind it. Go thumb on the A, and then index and middle, pluck the 2nd fret G and B. It's basically an A chord. Turn your volume down. And then a G, you'll go 3, 2, open, open, 3, 3. And this one we're going to strum. Strum, 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 D. That D is from the high string up, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, open. So you have, just that goes 4 times. They build off that into section 4, or into section no, it goes a bunch of times till you get to 3 minutes 32 seconds. It's a really long part. And this is section 4A. It's open A, 2nd fret D and G, just strum. It's a play off of the last section. the G major, end it just like we did the last one. G, and that goes 4 times. Section 4B, here's our last section. It does this as the song fades out, and then a third solo comes in, which we're just doing the rhythm on this one. Make sure your volume's back up. Open A, 4 D and G, slide 5, slide 4. Oops. Sounds like old Def Leppard. Open A, 2nd fret D and G after that. So we have the G and the D strummed just like the last 2 sections. They're the last section. And that's it. It fades out on that part. So hope you enjoy it, Brian. I think this is your first CVT lesson.